on today, guys. So I figured since it's cold and I really can't get outside to skate at this point in the day, yeah, just figured I would go over 5 of the best shoes that I have skated last year of 2025. And yeah, so other than that, let's get into the video and start ranking some shoes. All right, so at number 5 are these Converse that I got from Target. I don't know if Target just leased the Converse name or if they actually had Converse produce these, but these actually were really, really good. They didn't have the normal Converse tread on them like you would expect, but these actually ended up being really, really good as far as department stores go. And normally department store shoes are just really thin, really cheaped out, really just not very good materials. And yeah, you can usually tell in these just the sole and the overall design of the shoe where it's just not very thick in certain areas and just would burn out very, very quickly as compared to a normal shoe. But this tread actually felt really, really thick, really, really grippy on a board that definitely has normal sandpaper on or grip tape on it. But yeah, definitely was one of the better department store shoes that I've had, and I would actually go back to Target and buy another pair of these. And yeah, like I said, these were Converse. Like I said, I'm not really sure if this is like a Dark Star situation where they just bought the rights to the name of the shoes and just were able to use it that way. And yeah, but definitely one of the best department stores shoes I've had. They rang at about 45, 50 bucks. So a little higher than other department store shoes, but yeah, definitely was well worth the price. All right, and at number 4 on the list is these Walmart Etnies that I got. They were definitely well worth the price. Definitely, I think I spent like 20, 30 bucks on them. So again, a little higher up in the price point as compared to normal $20 shoes. I do believe they were 25 to $30. So like I said, a little more expensive than the normal Walmart shoes that you would definitely buy. And yeah, the price showed where the outsole were thicker. The stitching was definitely a lot better on these shoes. Like I said, on some of that outside stitching on the sole, they definitely started to fray a little bit, which is not very good, especially for longevity. But yeah, definitely one of definitely the best department store shoe that I've had, especially when you compare it to like Goodfellow and Co. or Maui and Sons or whatever have it that Walmart or Target happens to sell. But yeah, definitely, I'm pretty sure they just leased a name and used those as like kind of like a flagship shoe, I guess. But definitely one of the best department store shoes that I've had like ever. And they held up really nicely. They didn't just burn out through the sole like instantaneously, and the sole definitely held up quite nice to just foot braking, skateboard, general longboarding applications. So yeah, if you had to do a department store shoe, definitely either do the Etnies or do the Converse that you can get at Target or Walmart. All right, and ringing in number 3 on the list is the Adidas Dailies. They are actually the shoes that I'm wearing right now. They were actually really great skate shoes. Felt like for a top brand, though, they didn't last nearly as long as they should have, but definitely still one of the best not Vans skate shoes that I've had. And normally I'm either in Vans. So yeah, definitely when I say a shoe's good that aren't Vans, it definitely says a lot for me to switch over to a new brand. And yeah, especially one that is from another big brand that isn't Vans. But yeah, definitely. these shoes are really, really comfortable, really, really wide. I do like a wider shoe, and yeah, these definitely did not feel as narrow, and these actually had really good true sizing. I know a lot of Adidas kind of sometimes don't really have the best size, because I know sometimes they run big, like a size 8 will be a size 9 for some reason, and I had that issue with a pair of Adidas that I think I had like a really long time ago. But yeah, nice to see that there was a shoe out there that definitely was good, of a high quality, a good size, and definitely was one of the best shoes that I've had that weren't Vans for, yeah, first time in several years that I've actually gotten to do a big company that wasn't Vans. So yeah, definitely good on these shoes for having just in general really good overall comfort and sizing. So yeah, other than that, on to number 2.
Oh, hit that bass line nice and slow. Ooh, yeah. Talk box singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm trees swaying, do you feel that breeze?
Number 2 is the Vans slip-ons, and definitely these are one of my favorite shoes, or at least pair of shoes that I've had. I usually switch off between these and the half cabs, and definitely one of my favorite just overall summer shoe. They're really easy to slip in and go, which is definitely puts them at the top of my list, especially when weather's warm. You can just slip them on and go, which is kind of just the whole point of those shoes. But yeah, definitely they're just really sturdy for skateboarding, and it's kind of hard to not find a design to that'll just suit your knees. And I do believe there was a Baker version of these that came out a little while ago. Go find the video and let me know how long ago and leave it in the comments. But yeah, definitely the slip-ons are just the ultimate summertime shoe, because you can just slip them on, go surfing, go swimming, and you can literally just slip them on and go skateboarding right afterwards. So yeah, good universal shoe for just about anybody that just wants a shoe that's definitely for comfort, style, and convenience. So yeah, definitely my most favorite shoe other than the half cabs. But yeah, definitely these shoes are just so strong, so sturdy, and definitely, yeah, most definitely one of my favorite shoes that I've had like ever. So yeah, other than that, on to number 1. And at number 1 are the Vans half cabs. These are definitely my favorite shoes, where they're not as high as a high top, but they still have a lot more ankle support as opposed to the slip-ons. I do like the slip-ons, but sometimes I need a little extra ankle support, especially when I'm cruising either a little faster down a hill or going for longer rides down a trail, or just kind of in general walking around. The little extra ankle support does help, but they aren't so high up on my ankle that they're a pain to get on. But yeah, definitely I don't like high tops because it just feels like they're a lot more difficult to get on. But these also have the ankle support as opposed to other shoes, which is kind of the problem with like the Adidas Dailies and a lot of the other shoes on this top 5. But yeah, definitely half cabs. They're great skate shoes, and I'll be darned if I haven't found a skater that hasn't had a pair of half cabs. So definitely almost everybody who skates has had a pair of half cabs, just because they're just a very common shoe, and they've been in production for I think 30 something years now. So yeah, definitely a great shoe if they've been in production that long. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video, and yeah, leave me any video ideas that you have in the comments.